channel. I'm so glad that you're here. This channel is built on a simple but powerful mission to make complex topics like AI, tech, business, finance, astrology, and human potential easy to understand and accessible to everyone. Because let's be honest, we're living in a world that's changing faster than most of us can keep up with. New technologies, new ideas, new ways of working and living. And it can feel overwhelming. But here's what I believe. Knowledge is one of the most powerful tools any of us can have. And that's exactly what this channel is about, breaking things down, making them click, and helping you stay ahead. So to kick off this journey together, we're starting with one of the most talked about and most misunderstood technologies of our time. Today, we're going to dive into artificial intelligence, what it actually is, how it works, and why it matters to you. I promise no technical background or comp sci degree is needed. So let's get right into it. Now here's what we'll cover: what AI is, how it learns, the different types, how it shows up in your everyday life, some real world applications, and finally where AI is headed. And by the end of this video, you'll be able to walk into any conversation about AI and actually hold your own. So let's dive right into it. So what even is artificial intelligence? At its core, AI is the ability of a computer or a machine to perform tasks that would normally require human intelligence. Things like understanding language, recognizing faces, making decisions, or solving problems. And here is a simple definition. AI is the simulation of human intelligence by machines. Now, and this is important, AI is not magic, it's not conscious, it's not thinking the way you and I think. It's a system that's been designed, trained, and optimized to do specific intelligent looking things really, really well. You can think of AI as having three core abilities. First one, which is thinking, where it processes information and reasons through problems. Second is learning, where it gets better over time by analyzing examples. And the third one is deciding, where it takes actions or produces outputs based on what it's learned. Now, this is at a high level, and the question is, how does a machine actually do any of that? Now, this is where it gets really interesting, and it's called machine learning. Forget programming a computer with a list of rules. In traditional software, you tell the computer exactly what to do. If this, then that. Machine learning flips that coin completely. Instead, you show the computer thousands and sometimes millions of examples, and it figures out the rules on its own. And here's the process. Now, it all starts with data, where you feed the AI with a massive amount of examples, including photos, text, numbers, and whatever applies to the task. This then follows through an algorithm, where we have a mathematical process that looks for patterns in all of that data. Then comes the model, where the AI builds an internal model, kind of compressed understanding of the patterns it found. And finally, it comes to prediction. Now it can apply what it learned to new situations it's never seen before. And here's my favorite analogy, which is imagine teaching a child the difference between a cat and a dog. You don't give them a rule book. Instead, you show them picture after picture, where you have a cat, then you have a dog, you have a cat, you have a dog. And eventually their brain picks up on the patterns: pointy ears, whiskers, size, etc. And soon they can identify a cat that they have never seen before. And that's exactly how AI learns the same way, just with way more example and way faster. Now let's talk about the different flavors of AI, because they're not all the same. Machine learning is the broad category that we just talked about, which learns from data. Then comes deep learning, which is a powerful subset of machine learning that uses something called neural networks, which are structures loosely inspired by the human brain. They are layers of interconnected nodes that process information and then pass it along. And this is what powers things like image recognition and self-driving cars. Then we have natural language processing, or NLP. This is what lets AI understand and generate human language. When you type something to ChatGPT and it responds in a sentence that makes sense, that's NLP. Then we have computer vision, which is what lets AI see. It can look at a photo and tell you that there's a dog in it, or a tumor on an x-ray, or that the traffic light ahead is red. And here's the big one everyone's talking about: generative AI. Think ChatGPT, Claude, Copilot, Midjourney, Sora, and so on. That's essentially deep learning and NLP working together to create new content, including text, images, video, and code. And these aren't separate inventions, they're building blocks that increasingly work together. Now, here's something that might surprise you. You're already an AI user every single day. Starting with voice assistants such as Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, every time you say, "Hey Siri, set a timer," that's natural language processing at work. Then comes recommendations: Netflix suggesting your next binge watch, Spotify's Discover Weekly, or YouTube autoplaying that next video. All AI learning your preferences. We have then spam filters. If you're a Gmail user, the way Gmail works is it silently catches hundreds of spam emails before you even see them, and that's machine learning classifying messages in real time. Then comes navigation. Google Maps doesn't just know your route, it predicts traffic jams before they happen based on historical data and current movement patterns. And of course, chatbots, customer service bots that handle your questions at 2 a.m. when no human is around. We have face unlock on your phone, computer vision recognizing your face in milliseconds. AI is already everywhere when we've just been calling it features. Now let's zoom out to some bigger applications transforming entire industries, starting with healthcare. Healthcare is probably the most exciting, where AI can analyze medical scans, detect cancers with accuracy that matches and sometimes beats human doctors. Drug discovery that used to take 10 years is being compressed into months. Personalized treatment plans based on your specific genetics and history. Then comes transportation. Self-driving vehicles from companies like Waymo are already operating in some cities. AI manages traffic lights, optimizes delivery routes, and flags safety issues in real time. Finance, which is the background that I come from. Your bank uses AI to detect fraud on your credit card. It notices if a suspicious transaction happens in a different city and flags it, often before you even notice it. AI also powers trading algorithms and credit scoring. And these aren't future possibilities, these are happening right now. Now let me put some numbers to this to show the scale we're talking about. The AI market is projected to reach $1.8 trillion by 2030. The World Economic Forum estimates that AI will create 85 million new jobs by 2026. And yes, I said create. Top AI image recognition models hit 97% accuracy, better than most humans. And the largest AI language models have over 300 billion parameters. That's 300 billion learned connections like neurons in a digital brain. And this is not niche technology, this is defining technology of our generation. Now, I want to keep it real with you. AI is powerful, but it has its own limitations. Common sense is still hard. Where AI can beat a chess grandmaster, it gets confused by a question a 5-year-old handles easily. Bias is another serious problem. If you train an AI based on biased data, it will produce biased outputs. As they say, garbage in, garbage out. And we've seen this in hiring tools, facial recognition systems, and loan approval algorithms. Then comes explainability. Many of the deep learning models are essentially black boxes. They give you an answer, but they cannot fully explain why and how that answer was derived. And that's a problem in high stakes decisions like medicine or law. Privacy is another big one. AI needs enormous amounts of data to work, which raises real questions about what data is being collected, who owns it, and how it's used. And these aren't reasons to fail AI, they're reasons to stay informed, ask good questions, and demand responsible development. Now, something that you might be wondering, where is this all heading? So right now, generative AI is exploding. AI coding assistants are making developers twice faster. Personalized AI tutors are changing education. In the next few years, we're moving towards what we call multimodal AI, essentially systems that can simultaneously see, hear, speak, and reason. AI agents that don't just answer questions, but autonomously complete multi-steps tasks for you. Further out, researchers are working towards AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence, which is a systems that can do anything a human can do across any domain. And we're not there yet, and there's a real debate about whether and when it arrives. But the progress is undeniable. The future isn't AI replacing humans, but the future is humans who understand AI having a massive advantage over those who don't. If you're interested in learning more about AI and expanding your knowledge, I highly recommend platforms like Coursera, Khan Academy, and Udemy. They offer tons of amazing online courses and study materials, often at a very affordable price, while still providing high quality education taught by world class professors and industry experts. That was AI 101. If this was helpful, please hit that like button. It generally helps this channel reach more people. And please subscribe so you don't miss the next video in this series. And drop your AI questions in the comments. I read every single one of them. See you in the next one.